Rich Tehrani here with TMC. Thanks for watching. We're in San Jose this week. On our program is Scott Wharton. He's the founder and CEO of cloud video company Vidtel. Scott, welcome back to the show.
Great to be here as always.
So, cloud video, we know your company that it's been around 5-6 years? Right?
About four years and change.
4 years, okay.
Yeah.
Meaningful years because it seems like 6 to me. What's new? What's happening?
So we've been expanding out on our any-to-any cloud vision. One of the things we announced recently, which we're really excited about, is a service called Vidtel Gateway. So we've built a gateway technology that allows us to go from consumer services like Skype and Google to the enterprise equipment like H323 and SIP. And what we figured out is we can unbundle that and point it to other people's bridges. And the response has been just overwhelming. We announced it about a month ago. And everybody who has an existing bridge or MCU, notably on Cisco and Polycom, wants to be able to add these consumer technologies, Skype, Google, or even web calling into a bridge.
And so let's go through the mechanics of that. I have, let's say I'm a business with 30 of these bridges and 30 conference rooms. That's just a rough example here. How does it physically work? How do I get the service from you, and what does that cost?
Well, the beauty of it is that to the end user, they really don't have to change any of their experience. So they're used to dialing into an existing bridge, and they have the same back office management and so on. So it'll work exactly the same way. In the back end, we'll do something like a SIP trunk or H323 into the bridge, and we'll just allow these end users to dial in from programs that they already know how to work with, Skype or Gtalk and Gmail, or even
so
being
they
able
dial
to
in,
click on a
when
web
you say
browser.
you allow them to dial in, so how do they do that physically?
So it would look like dialing another Skype user or dialing another Google Talk user, or even the ability to be able to click the dial from a web page. And then they get into these conferences and they'll be able to see, as people call the Brady Bunch, or Hollywood Squares type of view. And it'll be exactly the same as what these current enterprises have today in their Cisco or Polycom bridges. Just having the ability to bring in these people from the outside without any capital equipment, without any extra expense. It's literally just a cloud service that we can have these people dial into.
And how's that monetized?
Typically, we do it on a simultaneous call. So people dialing in, they basically do it on capacity.
Oh, okay. So do you want to give the pricing at all?
Well, we do it through channels, so we're not
Okay.
setting the price. I mean, one of the things that's unique about us, we talked about last time, is that we're 100% selling through channels. So that's really helped us a lot. I got a stat last week saying that over 95% of all video conferencing equipment goes through the channel. So I think that emphasized the fact why a channel strategy for video conferencing is important. It allows us to be really focused and very efficiently reach all these businesses and end users without having to spend a gazillion dollars to find them and market to them.
Sure, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So what's the early response been?
Unbelievable. I mean, I think everybody who has a service that has a video conferencing service with their own bridges, or enterprises that have it, they're all asking the questions. How do I support people who are bringing in their own device? How do I support Skype? How do I support iPads and tablets? So the ability to seamlessly bring this in without a major forklift upgrade or throwing out their infrastructure and maintaining the same user experience, it's like a no-brainer. So it's been great and overwhelming in the best sense.
So what about new customers that are coming to you? What would you recommend they do?
So we primarily are selling through channels that focus on the business. So a lot of our customers, I think, find your channel that you buy equipment through, or you get.
But let's say you want to, you're new to, I should rephrase, you want to purchase video conferencing for the first time,
right,
and they find you, what would you sell them exactly?
So we're not actually selling any equipment, but we have partners that do. So one of the things that's been interesting is we've talked about our partnership with Infocus and their Mondo Pad. We joke the world's biggest iPad, where it's got a touch screen for a whiteboard and Office and HD video. And they're doing really well at selling these new all-in-one systems. So when Infocus comes in, we sell our services on top of that. In fact, a customer I talked to this morning is with the NHL for hockey. So an example of customers using the Vidtel service. And then we've announced some other partnerships even in the last month. One of them is with ZTE, the big Chinese manufacturer.
Sure, I remember seeing that.
The only $14 billion company that nobody knows about. And a bunch of other people, View Telepresence and Vadio Systems. So a lot of our customers are looking at these equipment providers, buying through their channels, and then adding our service on top.
Awesome. There's a lot of stuff happening. Anything next you can tell us about the future?
I mean, one of the things that we're really excited about is the ability of augmenting the gateway service, and in particular WebRTC. So the ability for people to just make a call by clicking to dial from a web page. We think a lot of people don't know about that, but we think that it's going to revolutionize how people do video. If you can just go to a web page and click the dial versus going into some other client and downloading it, most people say, why wouldn't I do it? So we're excited about that.
Very exciting. Thanks for being here.
Great, thank you.